What's going on, everyone? Yesterday, Just G posted his weekly content preview, and it looks like this week we are up for a few massive changes and, of course, one of the most popular events of the year, Egg-Zavier. So let's have a quick look at this thread, guys. I'm actually quite excited for this one, as it gives every tier of player an excellent opportunity to either earn some gold with pets or collect pets themselves. So let's have a look, guys. So first of all, apparently they addressed a few issues with the Hydra boss fight. Now I remember that I made a Hydra boss fight right after they launched that mob, and I must say, from what I remember, it was a very confusing fight. I didn't know what to do, and actually, now that I think of it, I never went back after that one run. So I'm happy to read that they apparently simplified the boss fight itself, and that they rebalanced it into a 4-person instance instead of an 8-person instance. So, yeah, I do know that that mob was bugged, but I didn't know it was this bad. So I'm happy that they addressed it. I hope that it works properly now. Maybe in the next video I can have a look myself and test it out. Then second of all, guys, they redesigned the Dreamscape mob. The Dreamscape mob, in my personal opinion, was part of the, I think the worst expansion, if we can call it an expansion, worst worst piece of content ever created. I didn't like it at all. It was very, very bad. And I can tell by how popular it was, meaning that the mob was always empty. There weren't that many people who actually liked it. One good thing here is that I do like the fact that they redesigned it, that it works properly now. But keep in mind that this is old content, so hopefully they keep the focus on the right things. But yeah, this looks pretty damn cool if you ask me. Then the Deep March, that's one of those boring zones which opens every time the bar is full. The Deep March has added Ursot the Forest Troll as a summonable boss in the Deep March. Can you handle him? From what I remember, the Deep March itself, it is very boring in terms of you have to kill a lot of mobs in order to reach the boss. The mob itself is always the same. It's not difficult. Haven't seen that much good loot drop there, but I am aware of the fact that arcane items do drop in that mob, so happy to see that there's a new boss added, and I assume that that boss in particular has the chance to drop something nice too, so yeah, cool, I like it. And then finally he's back, starting this Thursday at 1:30 PM. That doesn't matter because I am in a different time zone. On any mob that there's the possibility to spawn Egg-Zavier. Here he is, guys. Most popular event in game. One of the most popular events, that is. Egg-Zavier is allegedly the undead beastmaster whose loot table contains every egg in the game, up to and including mythic rarity. And this year he will also drop a selection of heroic eggs. Am I reading this correctly? So not only will we have the opportunity to loot rare, epic, legendary and mythic eggs, but he will also drop a rare selection of heroic eggs. That is pretty cool. I assume that he won't drop the best heroic eggs, but that's normal, I understand that. And it's pretty cool to read that we actually have the chance to loot heroic eggs. Doesn't matter whether it are the best ones or not. This is actually massive. I am very confused because I was actually convinced that this event would be forcing platinum to be used, but from what I see here, apparently not. So you need to kill him, you need to find him, and then you have a chance to loot the item or the egg which you always dreamed of. Arcanes are excluded to preserve rarity, so he won't drop any arcane eggs, guys. For the newer people, during the very first Egg-Zavier event, he literally dropped every egg on the loot table. Heroic eggs didn't exist back then, so that one, the first one, obviously was the best one, but it caused a lot of chaos in the in terms of the AL economy, so they changed that in later events. But yeah, I have good memories when I think back about the first Egg-Zavier event. Then guys, so he's only there for 30 seconds, so catch him while you can. If you don't have a speed set, guys, I strongly suggest you to either get one or hope, and I hope for you that people will be polite and respectful and they'll actually wait for you to reach Egg-Zavier too. Keep in mind that this community is a rather selfish one, so don't hope for people to wait on you. But if you have the speed set and you see that there's a slower person in the mob, try to wait for him. He will really appreciate it, and good things will probably happen to you too. So yeah. Then guys, there are the various egg vendors. If Egg-Zavier is too elusive, you may spawn an egg vendor. Each of these popular fellows sell 3 heroic eggs not found on the Egg-Zavier's loot list. So basically what this means is these vendors will pop up literally every run or two. So Egg-Zavier will be a bit harder to find, but these vendors will be all over the map. So I still suggest people to not spend a single platinum on the eggs itself, as they are priced way too expensive and not worth it. Not sure how much they will charge for the heroic eggs and which ones they will offer, but they'll probably overprice too. Then some of these pets have never been offered in an egg form. These vendors also only appear for 30 seconds at a time, so okay, understandable. Then the Portal Hunter Elixir. Okay, that's something new it seems. In the elixir section of the store you will find an all new Portal Hunter Elixir. Chance to follow Egg-Zavier to his scrambled dimension. This is a non-tradable elixir, guys. So basically you are forced to have platinum or you won't be able to get it. Very weird that they don't make it tradable, but let's see what it actually does. So if anyone in the party has one of these active, every time Egg-Zavier is killed, there's a strong chance to spawn a portal to his home dimension. The new dungeon, the first to use or inverse lightning context, has elite monsters and a special Egg-Zavier the Scrambled boss. Wow, he looks quite recolored. With a bit of effects added to him, but okay, whatever. So basically, when you are in a party where someone is using that elixir, you have the chance to summon a portal, and once you enter that portal, you'll find Egg-Zavier the Scrambled. Okay. In this dungeon, Egg-Zavier the Scrambled has a chance to drop a few arcane eggs in addition to his locked chest. Wow, so okay, here's a list of the arcanes which he might drop. So Thor, that's a very outdated one. Glowstick, still useful these days. Shady and Search, love it. Not that useful, but still, yeah, it's a bit useful, it's okay. Maria's Egg, I'm not sure about Maria's stats, I've never checked into it. Glacian's Egg, Glacian is one of the very first arcane pets ever released, so you can imagine how outdated it is. Then Arcane Deary, one of the most retarded arcane pets. Arcane Deary basically came to life because these fanboys were always making quote-unquote jokes. Ha ha ha, hee hee, I'm still laughing my ass off. Not. So they would always make those retarded jokes and comment on the forums about an Arcane Deary, and then all of a sudden Arcane Deary was born. So shitty stats, shitty pet, only stresses me. Then there's Stampy's Egg, completely outdated too, and Chris and Kringle's Egg. Not too sure on Chris and Kringle whether it has good stats or not, but I do remember that it's one of the newer arcane pets, so that looks quite cool if you ask me. Then the Egg-Zavier the Scrambled. What is this? Typos much, please. So look, here it's written with an S. Here it's written with a Z. Here he misspells scrambled completely. Yeah. I mean, I always reread the things I write in terms of not making spelling errors or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Let's keep it positive. So Also has a chance to drop a locked chest, and this chest contains some different heroic and arcane eggs. Pretty damn cool. Here are the eggs which you can loot in the locked crate. Hammerjaw, Golden Thor, Singe, Gold Stampy, Gold Necro, Munch Mode, and Sawmal. Personally, I still have a weak spot in my heart for Sawmal, as I still think that Sawmal is king. But let's make it clear, all of these arcane eggs are very, very old and outdated. Gold Necro might have lots of value because it's hard to get Necro these days. So yeah, for the people who will want to make money, if you get lucky, you might make a buck or two. And then there are the Mire Guard necklaces. I don't have one of those yet. I'm still trying to get the funds together to get a Mire Guard artifact. So these necklaces probably sell for a bit of gold too. Not too sure on them, but seeing here, looking at this 11.10 that is damage, it already is a lot better than the necklace which I'm currently wearing. And then there's a brand new heroic Mishi egg. Let's have a quick look at heroic Mishi. Drops from the locked chest too, by the way. 25 damage crit. Wow, that looks pretty damn good if you ask me. Wow. And then the AA. It looks similar to some other pets which I've seen before, but I'm not sure. And then there's the store crate, guys. There are 100 of these available for purchase in the store. They'll probably sell out within a few minutes. I'm going to have a look at how much that they actually charge them for. Yeah, we'll do that later as the event still has to launch. Was a bit too excited there, but I'll add that in the comment section as first post. So as an alternative to looting, plat buyers can purchase a limited edition X over Easy Crate in the store for 15 platinum. He even mentioned it, thanks Gary, that gives 3 pulls on Egg-Zavier's locked crate loot list, limited 100 every 2 hours. We are planning on running this for an entire week, but please note we reserve the right to end this event on Monday based on our analysis of the weekend's activities, so enjoy it while you can. So if there is too much, if there are too many eggs dropping, or if people are over farming it, I think they'll end it on Monday. So I'm not too sure what exactly this means, but I strongly suggest you people, if you want to play the Egg-Zavier event, do it this weekend because they might end it on Monday. This set, I have never seen them do anything like this, so it kind of looks like Egg-Zavier is going to spawn a lot and the loot will be good. So wow, I'm a bit scared to say so, but I'm actually quite excited for this one. I have nothing bad to say for once. One thing which I don't understand, and then we need to scroll to the top once again, I don't really understand why that these elixirs aren't tradable, but if you have platinums in your account and you are willing to run with me, I am willing to pay you gold for the usage of the elixir. So let's say it is... Yeah, that sucks that he didn't mention the price for one of these elixirs. But let's say that I'm willing to pay for like 1 platinum equals 5k of gold, for example. That's a good offer, I think. So if you're willing to do this with me, hit me up in game, because I am... Actually, I think that I need to look for someone who is willing to get these elixirs. Personally, I'm not going to buy platinum, as the price of platinum, first of all, is way too high, and second of all, I first have to see how good this event is before I spend. But I might get a few elixirs myself, depending on how satisfied I am once I started playing it. So yeah, guys, that's it for this week. Nothing but good stuff. I am very happy. We really needed this. This looks very good. I hope that it won't disappoint us, but yeah, it looks great. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Stay tuned for the Egg-Zavier farming video itself. It will be released in a few hours, if not tomorrow. Good luck if you're farming Egg-Zavier. Hard work does pay off in this event, so keep on running. Doesn't cost energy to find them, so no excuses this time, guys. Let's make a few million of money together. Take care, guys. Peace.